Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here to be talking about The Amazing Digital Circus Season 1, Episode 3. Now, it literally just came out less than a day ago, and so it's honestly, it's pretty great timing because I remember hearing them say that they didn't know if this turned out to be like a coincidence for them because it's the month of Halloween, October, which a lot of us really love that celebratory month. And this is like a spooky Halloween type episode where the main plot centers around the main cast of characters needing to go on another goofy or fun adventure set up by Kane. And so that happens to be at a haunted house where they have to uncover a mystery. And so the episode's really put in the 3 plot points. Now, before I really dive into my thoughts and all on the episode, I just wanted to give a spoiler warning since the episode is still pretty new. And it's really hard to not just dive into it since it's one episode. So be aware, I'm going to be spoiling it. But yeah, so the main 3 plot points are, of course, the Pomni as our main character is in one of probably the central plot point. And I believe in the past, the creator Goosework said that each episode would give more of a development for these, main cast of characters. And, as the pilot was kind of the setup introduction to this world and characters, the, second episode was more of a Pomni focus with, the Gummy Goo character and stuff. And then this episode seems to have 2 of the other side characters, Zubul and Keener, get some pretty good development in this episode where Keener is split up with Pomni from the rest of the group. And so they go, through the haunted house, probably the more creepier, more intense part of the house, because they listen to these tape recordings by the guy who owned the manor and all, and it kind of feels like a haunted, kind of creepy vibe. And throughout the episode, there's this one part in particular that was really I was like, this is kind of crazy. And if I saw that, because I know sometimes kids watch this, and if I was a kid and I saw that, I would have lost my mind because that's insane. But besides that, with Keener, you learn a lot more about him. How, for example, near the end part of the episode, he's acting different, not his crazy type self. He sounds more coherent, more thoughtful and aware of what's going on and stuff. And then you learn how he tends to, when he's in that dark place, when he's in his pillow fortress that you see, earlier on in the show, or even in the last episode when he wore the bucket, he's able to see things and think more clearly. He's able to gain his, conscience and thoughts more. So I thought that was an interesting development for his character. And you also see this, I've been seeing so much fan art of this moment here, where he sees they're in that pillow fortress, and it was with his wife, who, was abstracted. And that moment, which adds a lot more details and more explanation to, these maybe aren't mindless creatures and all, they're still in there and stuff, but it just adds more layers to, and more questions really about what happens when you really are abstracted. Are you really gone? Are you still there? And it was just such a sweet, really sad moment, actually. And it was, again, I really like that duo of Keener and Pomni. That was a great dynamic. I really enjoyed it. And I wonder if that's what we're going to be getting going forward, where Pomni, since she's the main character, is going to be tagged along with one of the main casts, and you learn about their story. So it just, she works really well off of the cast, and they all work well off each other. But just that point in particular was great. The animation throughout the episode was stellar. The voice performances were really good, especially the guy who played Keener, how his voice, how his mannerisms and stuff, you can tell by his performance how he's, going from normal Keener, kind of crazy and not really there, to more, thought-provoking, more, thinking about what's going on and having that emotional weight near the end. It was just a really great job. And so that's the main plot point, which is stellar and really fun. There's the second main plot point, which how I ranked them in order is Zubul, who never really goes on these journeys with the other characters. And so Kane does a, quote unquote therapy session with them. And it's kind of like, it's weird because Zubal's, talking about, why they don't go, and it gets really, personal about talking about how they feel uncomfortable with their body and talk about how they don't really feel, that it's right and stuff. And it really dives in to some interesting topics there. And I really did appreciate that, and I see a lot of people online really relate to that scene and think it's great. My only nitpick about it is it's a great scene, but I wouldn't say it's played for laughs, but it just seems kind of odd because after Zubal goes, says that and stuff, you cut to Kane, who doesn't care, isn't really paying attention, and is kind of making a joke about it, which on the surface seems kind of like, wow, that's messed up. And it is messed up, but I wonder if that's like an underlying message that, I don't know if I'm just, reaching for straws, but maybe that's part of the commentary on people who, have these type of feelings about themselves. They don't feel right with their body and have these issues and stuff about them. And whenever they try to talk about it, they get shut down or laughed at, or they aren't really, appreciated, and no one wants to listen to them when they talk about it. So I wonder if that was a subtle messaging with, how Kane's reacting there. Maybe I might be looking too deep into it. Because this is Kane after all. But that's just what I thought about what they were trying to do there with that. But if not, that sequence was really solid, and you even learn a bit more about Kane. And, it kind of reverses, and Zubal is just doing the therapy for Kane. And it's just like, that was so silly. But I did appreciate some more nuggets of development for Zubal, and maybe we could see them join the team going forward. That would be cool. And of course, the third plot point is the rest of the gang just kind of there. They're just, they show up for a couple moments. They're in the, I guess, passive side of the manor, where they're talking with the wife, the ghost wife, and there isn't really that much there. There was, some good interactions, like at the end, where Pomni, says like a thank you for Ragatha, because, how nice Ragatha's been throughout all this and stuff. So that was cool. And I mean, that's really all there is for that plot point. But again, the episode, I really love this episode so much. It was fantastic. The animation throughout was great. There were some hilarious moments, some kind of like intense moments, like, okay guys, whoa. And some great development for the characters, especially with Keener, and some good stuff for Zubal, which I really appreciated. And I really am looking forward to more. Like, this show is like just knocking out of the park. Glitch Productions is doing fantastic with, Murder Drones, which I do regret not doing a review of the series and all, but they were killing it with that show. They're doing great here, and I'm excited to see more what they have in store. But overall, those are my general thoughts on The Amazing Digital Circus Season 1, Episode 3. What did you all think of this incredible episode? Please let me know down below in the comment section. And if you want to hit the subscribe button and the bell as well to get notified when I upload, that would mean so much to me. Again, thank you all so much for checking in, and I'll see you later. Bye.